Hey YouTube, back at it again. So today we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make Jamaican bread, flatbread. So we're not gonna use yeast or anything, we're just gonna use flour and water and a little bit of Jamaican seasoning to go ahead and give it some spice. But the ingredients that we're gonna need are we're gonna need flour, all-purpose flour. Now, it doesn't really matter what kind you get, but if you want good bread, you're probably going to want to get the Knights flour, which you're going to see the little Knights symbol right there. It will make a difference on what type of flour you use. Sometimes it'll come out more crumbly, and other times it'll come out a little bit better. And I like using this stuff because it comes out a lot smoother. And then you need a little bit of oil. We're going to need 2 tablespoons of butter. You want, of course, a rolling pin. Your mixer, if you have one of those nice quick mixers or those KitchenAid mixers, that'll work too. Those are more preferred. Your measuring cup, of course, your Jamaican jerk seasoning. I went ahead and told my mother I'd go ahead and let her know what the recipe was for this because she was kind of curious. She said it was good. So this is more a video for her. You're welcome, Mom. And of course I got my mixing pot. This is what I mix everything in. Keeps it nice and simple. So we're just gonna go ahead and start. I'm gonna cut my butter up. I typically use a little bit more than 2 tablespoons. I'm gonna use 3. I'm gonna put it in this measuring cup. I'm gonna cut the butter up so it melts easier and faster. I'm gonna put it in the microwave to help speed up the process and make it melted so I can mix it with the flour. Go ahead and melt this butter. Low power level. I'm gonna go ahead and measure 2 cups of flour. That's what this recipe calls for. And it's gonna make 6 pieces of flatbread. I'm just gonna pour it in here. Just keep pouring until we have right around 2 cups. That looks about right. A little bit more, there we go. Get that, go ahead and dump it in. Then, with the butter in there for a little bit more. Now we're going to add about a tablespoon or so of oil, just to help the bread give it some more good texture to it. And then what we also have here, this is in our mixing pot, we're going to add the Jamaican jerk seasoning. So you can add the Jamaican jerk seasoning. My butter exploded. That's what the noise was. All right, so add the butter in there. All right, next, we're gonna go ahead and add the Jamaican jerk seasoning. I like adding a lot because it gives it a lot more flavor. I don't have a specific amount, I just keep putting it in there. And you can add however much you want to it to give it a little bit more flavor, but that's about how much I add. 3/4 of a cup of water. It's right at 3/4 of a cup. I'm gonna pour that in there with the butter and everything else. Next, we're gonna get our little mixer and we're just gonna go ahead and mix it up. All right, takes care of that. And get all this dough together on one side over here. There we go. Make sure your hands are clean. I'll wash mine before doing this. It's always good to make sure you have clean hands. And also, you want a clean countertop surface because that's where you're going to be kneading the bread. There we go. Okay, now I wipe down my surface on my countertop before doing this. So, got my dough, spotted down. Dough. There we go. Now, what I'm gonna do, add a little bit more flour, still sticky. There we go. Now, once you've gotten it to the feel, after doing this for a while, you'll feel how the dough feels, and you're gonna be able to tell what you're gonna need to add to it. and I just took some flour and I added it to it, and it gave it a better texture. So now that I got enough, I got my dough here. I'm gonna throw it down. I'm just gonna roll it. I'm gonna roll it into a nice cylindrical shape here. This is gonna make it easier for cutting, so I can make sure I have my 6 pieces that I'm gonna cut out of it. All right, I got this. That's 1 cut, 2 cut, and 3 cut. And we'll do the other side. 1 cut, 2 cut, bang, bang, bang. How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, now look beautiful, right? Sitting there over there. Of course they do. Now, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna flatten them out just like this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take flour, I'm gonna put it here on the nice little table that we got so nicely. I'll flatten each piece. I'm gonna take this nice bread roller, whatever you like to call it. I call it my bread roller because that's usually what I use it for, pizza dough and everything else. Just make it into whatever shape you want. And it's gonna look a little bit like this. If you have a lot of flour on it, that's fine because it's gonna help it to cook. Just go ahead and put it on whatever piece you want. And they're okay. Round like this makes it easier. Just flatten it down. Take it, flatten it down. Roll it out with your rolling pin. All right, so like I said, this makes 6 pieces here, and they're all neatly on this nice plate, and they're going to be waiting ready to cook on our skillet we got over here. Usually I will add butter to it for each one, and the butter is just going to melt. It's going to give it a nice sear, and it's also going to give the bread some more flavor as well. Essentially, you might ask, is there a certain amount of time that I leave it on the pan? And there is a yes and a no. It depends on how thick you make your bread. If you make it really thick, it's going to take longer to cook it all the way through. If you make it thinner, it's going to cook faster. Now, if you add butter and all that fun stuff to it, you may want to flip it over at a later time. But for me, I just kind of gauge until I see the bread start to kind of rise in different areas, and then I'll take it and I'll flip it over. I try not to let it burn. I mean, you'll be able to tell after doing this a few times when it's actually starting to burn. And that's not a fun smell. So you take it over and you just flip it, and once that's done, you can put it back over on your other plate that you got ready for it. Smell that seasoning cooking. It smells good. Look at that. Good bread. See how it's just turning brown in little areas? It's kind of how you want it, just right. One's done too. It's good if you have a flat pan without any ridges or anything inside of it, just so the bread stays flat all along. And it cooks, not uneven, but it cooks evenly all the way through. That is how you make Jamaican flatbread. You can also make tzatziki sauce to go along with it. All right, so we got our Jamaican flatbread here, and we also have tzatziki sauce. I made this myself. I usually make my own tzatziki sauce. I don't know where you can buy it. Probably buy it at the store, but I usually make my own because that's just how I roll. Anyways, let's go ahead and dip a little bit in this ziti sauce and see how this tastes. Perfect amount of spice, and Jamaican seasoning always wins. Such a great taste.